Everyone's welcome,
Always
so long as you
nice
keep your
to
hands
see
to
a fresh
yourself.
face around
Understand?
here. You stop
Causing
in
trouble in
whenever
here.
you'd like. Do you know why this place has stood for so long? I make sure everyone's comfy. I tell it like it is, and I don't take any shit.
No shortage of hungry mouths to feed around here. Keeps us up. Mom, that's Kay, gets all the credit. Started making sure people felt welcome back when I was just a kid. She had one rule: no causing trouble. Everyone abided by it, put their differences aside when they came through the door. After a few years of feeding so many mouths, we needed extra credits to stay afloat. Didn't mean for this to turn into a business, but here we are. If folks are willing to pay a little to have someplace to feel safe and get a decent meal, well then, we'll sure take it. If we've got it, you're welcome to it.
What's it?
Times. You can't have those two dating. It would never work.
Ain't that the truth?
They aren't compatible on any level. Financially, emotionally, physically, and no time to chat. Beat it.
I've got places to be.
We should push for more genetic diversity in our crops. I hated it. A single disease.
Hey, can you hear me? I think this is working. I only have a general view of things, but you should be near the first junction box. Look for it mounted on the wall. When you find it, open it up and flip the big switch.
Yeah, you know how it goes.
That's it. Great job. So that tripped the secondary breaker, and that goes to... Oh, wow, really? They wired it like that? Jeez, okay. Okay, got it. Next one is way down past Jake's, and maybe up a story or two? It's a bit of a hike. Sorry.
Best watch your pockets around me. Just saying.
You won't find anything at Enric's. That place is where good selection goes to die. I'm working on it. Taking the UC Vanguard exams. Saving up for my own ship. You know how it works. It's just taking a little longer than I expected. Yeah, but I ain't getting any younger, and every day in the well is like 4 days topside. You want food? Go to Kay's. You want an attitude? Try Jake's. You want to feel empty inside? Get your bags and move in. Seriously though, this place is half doom and all gloom, which is precisely why I am leaving. Only because they're all a bunch of quitters whose only goal is to make it to the weekend. I got plans. I got ambition. All I need is a shot. See ya.
What's with the staring? You need something? Are you kidding? Take a look around. You're in the most boring place in the galaxy. Only good thing down here is Kay's house. Best cooking in the settled systems. And let me tell you, I know my food. But I can't even go there anymore because Kay banned me for bad behavior. Me! Can you believe that? What a load of crap! What do you want to know? You with security? You do have a bit of a rebellious air about you. But maybe that's exactly what you want me to think. Besides, I'm not gonna reveal my operation to some nobody who just waltzed up to me. Not yet, anyway. What do you want to know? Oh, yeah? Maybe I'll hide my boot in your ass if you don't quit asking questions. That is, unless you're with security. In which case, I wasn't threatening you, that was just a joke, and no crime's been committed. I'm actually a very nice person. Yeah, well, newsflash, buddy. I don't like anything about you, either. In fact, I dislike you with such conviction that I'm inclined to fight you right now. What do you say we go 10 rounds? Right here, right now. Ha! Oh, I knew you were a coward the moment I laid eyes on you. A word of advice. Down here, you need to be big, strong, and cunning to survive. Like me. A pipsqueak like you won't last a day. Yeah. In fact, I dislike you with such What do you say we go to... Yeah, well, luckily for you, I actually hurt my hand when I was punching some other asshole's lights out. Doc says it'll take a few weeks or months to heal. Yeah, we'll take a rain check. But once my hand heals, you're done for. What do you want to know? It matters if you're talking to me, hotshot. I'm not some goody two-shoes. Actually, maybe I've said too much already. Never mind. I actually am a goody two-shoes, okay? Are you kidding? Take only good thing down. But I can't even go... Oh, God, finally! I was getting bored. What do you want? I'm very busy, as you can tell. Are you kidding? Take a look around. You're in the most boring place in the galaxy. Only good thing down here is Kay's house. Best cooking in this... But I can't even go there anymore because Kay banned me for bad behavior. Me! Can you believe that? What a load of crap! Oh, thank God. I was sick of hearing your voice.
Near the next junction box. This section isn't used very much these days, so may be a little harder to see. next one's not too far. Dead end, right down from Jake's. Right under that apartment they've been trying to sell. Good luck with that, right?
If that was locked, there must be something they don't want us to find. Got anything worth taking? Hey, that isn't yours. Sidonia is an industrial. Until later.
I grew up. Hi, mister. I'm not supposed to talk to strangers.
You should be near the next junction box. And if those squatters never cleared out, I would suggest avoiding eye contact. It should be fine. Another switch flipped, another lead to follow. And the lights in here just flickered too. The wiring is worse than I thought. I'm going to work on fixing that little issue while you find the next junction box. Looks like it's over near the Trade Authority. Okay, just find that and, maybe don't talk to anyone about it just yet.
Yes, what?
You need something? Ask.
Any vacancies on your crew? I'm not asking for much, just a reasonable share. Why is that? In my experience, the right offer is always worth waiting for. If you don't like it, find someone else to deal with. This isn't getting us anywhere. There's no way I can go any lower. Well then, goodbye.
That's mine. Give it back. I'll take that, thank you.
Fine. You want a beer? Fine. You want a buddy to talk to, or a therapy session, or whatever? Walk right back out that door. Down here? Like that's somehow different from other bars? Worse, maybe? That's what you're implying? Yeah? Well, don't. First of all, I didn't ask what you thought of it. Second, don't blow smoke up my ass. We both know it ain't nice. Yeah? Alright. Uh-huh.
Pardon.
Hey, that isn't yours.
UC security! Get back here, now!
UC security! You're under arrest! I've got special orders. You're coming with me. Prepare for immediate transport to our vessel. I've been authorized to inform you that you're being transferred to the UC Vigilance. You'll find out more when you get there. Other than that, I'm not at liberty to divulge any additional information. We have orders to transport you and your vessel to your final destination, the UC Vigilance. Any deviation from those orders on your part will be considered an act of hostility and will be met with aggressive force. Smart decision. Stand by to be transferred.
Well, that was fun. Now what?
I'm telling you, the commander's got plans for this loser. Why else would he be going through all this trouble? I still don't understand why he trusts a criminal. Seems like too much of a risk. stop worrying and keep an eye on our guest. I'll be right back. You just sit tight. The commander wants to have a little chat. The prisoner's ready, sir. I hope you're comfortable. We have a lot to discuss. I'm your ticket out of the mess you've gotten yourself into. That's all you need to know for now. Highly perceptive. Let me add that to your list of skills. Speaking of which, let's see what we're working with here. It appears you spent several years as a bounty hunter. That type of background will get you quite far around here. I also see that you mined on Vectera, and now you're with Constellation. You've certainly been quite busy. Oh, and look at that. Right at the bottom of this list is the criminal incident that landed you in my crosshairs. You're absolutely right. Well, I'll have my people get right on that. Now that we have that out of the way, let me introduce myself. My name is Commander Kibwe Ikande, and I'm in charge of this operation for UC SysDev. Are you familiar with what we do? United Colonies System Defense. Does that help you figure out exactly what it is we do? UC SysDev is a division of the UC Navy. While they handle the big picture stuff, we deal with a very particular problem. The Crimson Fleet. That convict is where you enter the picture. On the books, they maintain combat-ready spaceborne forces to deter aggression and ensure the safety of the United Colonies. What all that fancy claptrap means is that they're the ones who fight in the wars to keep our territories secure. Are we really playing this game? The pirates? Like the ones you tangled with on Vectera? Please stop pretending you have no idea what I'm talking about. Smart decision. We've been prodding at the Crimson Fleet for years, trying to take them down one ship at a time. But we barely scratched the surface. If we can get someone on the inside, we have a shot at finding a loose thread we can pull to bring it all down. It doesn't matter how I feel. I'm simply doing what's best for the security of the United Colonies. Look, I'm going to make this simple. Agree to work for UC SysDev, and together we take down the Crimson Fleet. Refuse, and I tell these guys to throw you into the nearest lockup. Might even tack on an extra few hundred credits to your fine. I'm not coercing you into doing anything. I'm simply giving you a chance to redeem yourself. So, what do you say? You going to work with me? Or should I find someone else? You aren't leaving until I have an answer. If I didn't think you had a chance, I would have left you in lockup. You're just going to have to follow your instincts and trust me. Smart choice. I'm going to have one of my men escort you to the operations center. I strongly suggest that you don't give him any trouble. And don't bother trying to leave the ship. I think you'll find all access to the docking area is fully restricted.
All right, let's go. So, you took the op instead of serving the time. Gonna be the commander's new role, huh? Infiltrating a bunch of pirates. You've got a lot of guts. Yeah, still, it makes you wonder, especially with the stories that go around. Like the one about how the fleet deals with informants by lashing them to the hull of a ship, and then slowly letting the air out of their suit. Could you imagine a worse way to go? I know I couldn't. But I wouldn't worry about it. Since the commander handpicked you, I'm guessing you can hold your breath for a really long time, right?
Conde's on level 2. Try not to touch anything until he actually clears you. It's like walking down the aisle. Nothing starts until you say the words. Just don't. Kiss the bride.
All right, this is as far as I go. Take the lift up to Ops. Commander Conde should be waiting for you. I've got nothing to say to you, convict.
Hey, I got mess hall duty next week. Everybody's gotta take their turn. Okay, hello? Yes? What?
Hey,
Yes? Pardon.
Excuse me.
hello.
See all that chest candy on Commander Conde? That means he's seen most of our operations team graduated top of their class at the academy. If there's fleet out there, we'll find it.
Maintenance crews are the unsung heroes of the Vigilance. Ensign Betty does a ton of work keeping things shipshape.
Now that we've established your level of cooperation with us, I want to introduce you to your new home.
This is the operations center of the UC Vigilance. SysDef's nerve center, dedicated to the destruction of the Crimson Fleet. We are currently in the Sol system, in deep orbit around Phobos. As to why, I'll explain momentarily. Which is precisely why we're taking a more clandestine approach. We need eyes and ears inside the Crimson Fleet. Someone who can feed us information, evidence, and expose their weaknesses. The catch is that you can't just knock on their front door and ask for an application. Getting inside is going to take some finesse. I do. Our intelligence has managed to find a possible opening into the Crimson Fleet through Saoirse Bolden, one of their contacts. She works for the Trade Authority in Sidonia, so you'll be using a container of Aurora we've loaded on your ship to get her attention. That's right. So it'll be your job to convince this person that you're the real deal. Once you bluff your way into the Crimson Fleet, then the operation proceeds to evidence gathering. That's where my second-in-command, Lieutenant Gillian Toft, comes into the picture. She'll explain everything you need to know. If I didn't have confidence in your abilities, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Remember, this entire operation rests on your ability to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet and bring us the evidence we need to take them down. I wouldn't expect any less. Look, before you begin, I want to make something perfectly clear. As an undercover operative for UC SysDef, you'll be expected to follow our code of conduct and ethics. Allow yourself to stray too far off the path, and you stand a good chance of spiraling out of control. To put it simply, you can't go into every situation with guns blazing. Think before you act. Calculate what you're doing and pull the trigger only when it's absolutely necessary. At the end of the day, your primary goal is taking down the Crimson Fleet. That's the greater good. The Crimson Fleet doesn't follow the rules. They only abide by one thing: money. All of their morals and social graces fall by the wayside in pursuit of their greed. At first glance, this can appear quite enticing, so I'm warning you not to get lured into their trap. Think you can handle that? That's what I wanted to hear. Anyway, it's time to hand you over to Lieutenant Toft. She'll brief you about the details of the evidence-gathering portion of the operation. Now, get out of here, and good luck. All we know is that she's been with the Trade Authority for years, which means she's been privy to some seriously shady deals. She's shrewd and she's diligent. The only reason we were able to connect her with the Crimson Fleet at all was thanks to an informant. I'm afraid she's the best lead we've got. For your own safety, nobody but myself and the crew of the Vigilance will be aware that you're working for the United Colonies. Basically, if you land in jail, you're going to have to deal with the fines. While you're running with the Crimson Fleet, you're undoubtedly going to be faced with some morally gray decisions. It's going to be difficult for you to weigh the consequences of pulling the trigger while maintaining your cover. Do what you have to do, but remember why you're out there in the first place. That's why I expect you to constantly seek alternative means to overcome your obstacles, rather than blowing holes in them. Look, I can see that you're struggling with this, so let me simplify this for you. If there's a route to your goal which doesn't involve killing innocent people, I'm urging you to follow that path. Use your instincts. I'm certain you'll do the right thing. That's easy to answer. You don't. We'll be monitoring your activities from the Vigilance and attempting to keep it within your vicinity. When you feel you've gathered enough evidence and at the completion of your assignments, head back here for a debrief. Beyond that, you're completely on your own. Dismissed.
Howdy.
Pardon.
All right, we don't have a lot of time, so I need you to listen up. While you're working undercover, it's imperative that you gather as much evidence as possible. If you find any records that look suspicious or incriminating, you bring it to me. Is that understood? Well, since it isn't every day we stumble across a criminal's fully written confession, we need to build a case against our suspects. The more evidence we acquire, the stronger our case becomes. And knowing the Crimson Fleet, they'll leave plenty of evidence for you to find. I'd scour every inch of wherever the Crimson Fleet sends you. Otherwise, you're wasting our time and risking your neck for nothing. Criminals are sloppy. Look hard enough, and I'm certain you'll stumble across their mess. Rationalize it however you like, but that evidence is critical to the success of Commander Akande's operation. I want data slates, computer downloads, handwritten notes. Hell, I'll take anything if it'll get those bastards thrown into the brig. You're damn right I do. That minor skirmish you had with them on Vectera was nothing compared to the death and destruction those pirates leave behind. If you've seen what I've seen, you'd understand why I'm pushing you so hard. Then you'll understand why it's so important that this operation is successful. Anyway, before I let you go, there's just one more thing. Commander Akande has authorized a credit disbursement for each piece of evidence that you return, as compensation for your efforts. It's not generous, it's motivational. Commander Akande's idea. All right, we've loaded a container of Aurora into your ship's cargo hold. We're also providing you with a sample you can use to tease the goods. We've cleared your ship for launch. Proceed to Sidonia. Make contact with Saoirse Bowden, and with any luck, she'll point you to the Crimson Fleet. That should do it. You're dismissed. Not really, no. I've learned to keep my personal experiences separate from the job. Yeah, maybe. No, it's not really an appropriate time to be going over my private life. There are much more important things to be done. Let's just stick to the job at hand and concentrate on the mission. But, maybe we can talk about it some other time, okay? We'll be keeping them close at hand until this operation is complete. So, we'll be holding them in the Vigilance's brig. If you're feeling particularly ruthless, you could always head down there and say hello. I'm sure they'll be thrilled to see you. Don't worry, the container's been registered with UC Security, so you shouldn't have any trouble. Even if you're scanned. Of course, if we find out you tried to sell it to someone outside the boundaries of this particular operation, well, I don't think I need to tell you the consequences of making that mistake. Let me know if you need anything else.
Yes? What?
Yes?
Excuse me.
Oh, hello. I don't think we've met. Are you by chance new here? I am, but I've never seen you here before. Wait, are you that dangerous ex-convict everyone's been talking about? Well, don't worry. I'm not scared of you. My godmother was a member of the Strikers gang, and you're not even half as scary as her. My name is Javanta. I'm an ensign with the maintenance and robotics team. And just between you and me, I don't think you're dangerous. Do you? That's what I thought. I like to think I'm a pretty good judge of character. The fact that you came to me, a stranger, eager to talk, tells me all I need to know. Anyway, it was very nice to meet you. If you want to talk some more, I will be here. That's a good question. It was what you'd call a minor moral crisis. I wasn't happy with my old job at Drone. I felt like my life was on an assembly line. Everything was about profit, and nothing had any real meaning. But then it occurred to me, if I'm so miserable, I could just leave. So one day I just did. Sistef is far from perfect, but our goal is noble. I can sleep soundly knowing my work will be for a cause that is just. Oh, I'm part of the maintenance team that makes sure the Vigilance is operating smoothly. On the robotic side, I take care of the Model A's on the ship and make sure they're treated with respect and dignity. They are people, after all, just like us. See? I knew there was something I liked about you. Machines are very dear to me. Think of it this way. How can we expect a robot to fight by our side if we won't fight for their right to exist? So I always do my best to treat them as my equals. Oh, I have so many questions. There is not enough time to ask them all. But I will be respectful of your criminal history as it is in the past. We must look forward. Instead, I will ask you a very simple question. Are you a morning, afternoon, or night person? Oof, then we can't be friends. No, I'm kidding. Of course. But I prefer the early hours myself. Yes, but I like getting up before even the personnel, when I have the coffee maker all to myself. But the thing I like best is the quiet. When I can look out into space and see the whole galaxy is asleep.
When it's that quiet, the only noise you hear is from the Vigilance itself. In fact, we keep each other company when the world is too busy snoring in their beds. Makes it so the mornings are just for us. All right then.
Hey. Commander Ikande is the heart and soul of UC SysDef. I'd follow him to the ends of the galaxy.
Okay, hello. SysDef Marines are the best of the best.
Where are we headed next?
I heard you're fluent in over 24 verbal and body languages. Remarkable.
We've detached. Let's get out of here.
I'm meeting my girlfriend for drinks at the Viewport tonight. If you ask me, it's always a good time for a Terra Brew. What, at Terra Brew? I wish. Nah, I live at Athena Tower. Just moved in, actually. My girlfriend and I got a place there a few weeks ago. I'm not sure how long we'll be there, though. We're saving up to get out of New Atlantis and, tour the settled systems. Yeah, sure. Her name's Donna. She works at the Nat station near Mast. Oh, boy, is she a catch. She's passionate, beautiful, friendly. I really lucked out. We met a couple of years ago, and we've been going steady since then. I'm actually thinking about asking her to marry me pretty soon. Keep that between us, okay? I don't want her finding out before I pop the question. Fine, I guess. Do we know each other? Oh, alright. I thought you were trying to flirt with me. My day's going fine. It's hard to complain about anything when you have a terror brew in your hand. Catch you later, yeah? Oh, thank you, I guess. An invitation, huh? Yeah, I checked out the church a few weeks ago, but I haven't gone back yet. My girlfriend and I want to leave New Atlantis and travel the settled systems. We've been working our butts off, and my girlfriend is so excited. I'm excited too, but it's still a little scary, you know? We've been in New Atlantis all our lives. We don't even really know what to expect out there. I guess I was seeking out some sort of comfort from the church. I don't really know. I don't know. I don't want to disappoint anyone in case I stop going. The church was interesting, but how can anyone know for certain that it's all real? Doesn't that bother anyone else? I guess that's probably why I never went back. There's no certainty. Maybe. I guess it couldn't hurt to visit again and talk with the others. I wonder if any of them felt how I do now when they started going to the church. But anyways, I have to get going. Thanks for talking with me and, for taking the time to deliver this. Take care.
That laser gun. Pew, pew! If you're looking for a tracker, you've come to the right place. If not, well, I've got nothing.
Okay, the final box I need you to deal with should be right around there. Unfortunately, I just realized you're in for a real tangle of cabling. Like 200 years of field attempts to rewire things. I tried to fix it 3 years back, and was crying by the second day. Gave up on the third. Anyway, there should be a series of secondary breakers you need to deal with before you can access the junction box. I don't remember the order, but flip levers until all those circuits are powered down. Wow, you got it. Really well done. You saved me like a week of work. Why didn't you meet me at the monitoring station, near where we met?
And really quickly, too. I'm impressed. Did I say thank you? Because thank you. There's no way I could have done that in a reasonable amount of time all by myself. Well, not everyone would be, and I appreciate it. Thanks to your help, I was able to trace the power drain. I know where it's coming from. Unfortunately, the source is exactly where I was afraid it was. The Trade Authority. So, that's something that I'll need to deal with. That'll be fun. If you want to tag along, I certainly wouldn't complain, but if not, then this is where we part ways. So thanks to you, we've got evidence that the Trade Authority is behind the power drain being reported down here. I don't know if you ever dealt with the Trade Authority, but Zoe is intimidating. I have to go in there, but I really don't want to. You think you'd be willing to go with me? Just make sure this doesn't go badly? I don't know. I feel like I'm the one who's going to wind up in trouble. Zoe's got a way of twisting things. Thanks. That means a lot. I can do the talking, I think. Just be ready for, well, anything.
No lawyering, okay? I don't have the patience for it.
We're hiring, yeah? I know your type. The freeway private sector. Now that's where the real money's at.
A visit from Mast. How delightful. You'll have to remind me.
Even in the well, the Trade Authority continues to flourish.
Oh, it makes you sick, doesn't it? Because I've been in here 3 times.
Yes, of course you are. And was it you were accusing me of with absolutely no evidence?
The power drain is coming from your building, Zoe. You and I both know it, and now I can prove it.
I'm sorry, what?
We traced the drain. Check the grid. It led us here. You can't talk your way out of this.
I'm going to ask you to wait here a moment. I'll be right back.